Hey guys, Dylan from Geek Duo here, and today I'll be bringing you my reaction to Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man Season 1, Episode 10, If This Be My Destiny. Peter's internship takes a dark turn with the arrival of an unexpected visitor. Okay, so this is the finale of the first season, and who the unexpected visitor is, don't know. Because the last time they were vague about someone showing up, it ended up being Daredevil, and he said, "You don't know what's going on here in regards to Oscorp." And now things are even more happening at Oscorp because they've got the glider tests, they've got Spider-Man's blood, they've got the intern's inventions and everything. So things are looking worse at Oscorp. So who is the unexpected visitor this time? For all I know, it could be Daredevil again. I haven't heard of him coming back. Like, I did know he was in one episode, and the fact that it was Duel with the Devil sort of gave it away that it was that episode. But yeah, I don't know who else the visitor could be. Though visitor sounds like they're meant to be there, at least in some way. So yeah, don't know. Hell, sorry about that. It could be Lonnie trying to figure out what happened to him. Like what that serum was, well, gas was, and what it's done to turn him into Tombstone. Uh, don't know. But let's get this started in 3, 2, 1, go. Oh, hey, it actually decided to start this time. Oh, interesting. Calling back to Doctor Strange and the Venom creature. Okay, I guess it's Doctor Strange. Or it could be the Venom creature again. Could. Or maybe that was only there so we could see the spider again. Oh yeah, what the hell was Janine doing? Okay, let's really throw in every possibility into this. We had Doctor Strange, we had the Venom creature, we had Janine, we had Daredevil. Could be any of the people from Otto's experiments. Like, who knows? I do still love this opening song and love the fact that they incorporated the old um theme song as a part of it. Interesting that there wasn't anything regarding Nico's medallion in that. So I'm guessing that's just going to be an open thing until next season. Yeah, see that? That part of the opening where it showed such a focus on Scorpion. That's why I thought he was the final antagonist to this. But he was wrapped up in the penultimate episode. Oh, poor Jocks. Also, what the hell happened with Emma? Because, like, um, she's been flaking on him on Pearl all the time. So also, what are the Scorpions doing? Hmm. Good thing we don't care about her partner. Why? Why would you do that? How broken is the diorama going to be? Ow. Not quite. Oh, she's reading off of Wikipedia, isn't she? That may not be a good sign. Of course, Amadeus got a. I think 5.0 is the best. I don't know. Ours is up to 50. I actually forget what ours is called. It's been that long since it's on a bell curve though. So hmm, what the hell have you been doing? You need armed guards for? You made a wormhole generator. No, Bifrost. Hmm. ancient magic, uh, power from the beginning of the universe, actual magic, and now science. To be fair, the ancient magic is just science. Unfortunately, because you're an intern and you made it using Oscorp resources on Oscorp time, they own your inventions. How do you know what a quiet quadrant is? What are they going to unleash? Um, Doctor. Okay, it was Doctor Strange. Is he here to stop them? No. Hmm. That was a different version of this. Interesting. He did say they weren't meant to be there, so. Are those the same Sonic guns that from the um Hulk thing? He casts sleep. Is this going to loop? Is that why he said we're not supposed to be here? And like the creature is going to come through this portal. Doctor Strange is going to fight it, and the spider that they've been experimenting on goes through with him. Ah, yep, that is a symbiote. Because Doctor Strange does still have the time stone, so hmm. I was expecting it to be a Doctor Strange and a Venom creature from an alternate universe, not from the future. I was also expecting the symbiote to have taken over one of the scientists, not to have come out fully formed. Hmm. Hmm. Spoken like a true New Yorker. And there's all the creatures. And there's the spider. This is going to loop. Hmm. You were warned. Even Peter tried to stop you. Oh god, Peter's in Dormammu's realm. Hmm. Well, I mean, his is. I guess both of them are learnable, really. Time, eh? He can do time. I am happy that, one, they're showing Peter's technical skills because there's been a lot of versions that don't. And two, they're showing the symbiote as more than just a Spider Man. He's definitely using a lot of stuff that we've never seen a symbiote use before. And because it messed with the time stone, that's where he. That's how it was a time portal. Interesting. Hmm. I thought it was webbing down symbiote gunk then. Hmm. So really, he's already got webbing capable of handling Electro if it's able to carry the charge of that machine. Is Strange gonna realize that it's Peter? It's calling more. Interesting. I really was not expecting the episode to take this trip, this direction. Oh, God. Peter, turn that thing off. And this is his, Staten Ferry Island, train. I forget if Andrew Garfield had a moment like this moment. And is some little bit of goop going to stay in this realm? Like it's gonna make its way through the portal and then. Yep. But who did it make contact with? Yeah, that sounds like the internet. I mean, he's still got the suit. I mean, Harry, you've got your family fortune. Interesting. Friend turn. Hmm. I mean, yeah, he can. Uh, when the activist becomes what they swore they'd destroy. So weird having Peter give Strange a pep talk. Hmm. Hey, you Baldy. I thought it was gonna say you're already ready, but oh god, Norman, don't find the symbiote piece. Hmm. Um. I recognized a couple of those names. Really? Of course, Amadeus. Gee, she's got a code name and everything. Uh, what? She was created by Osborn in the comics, though. Lonnie. Lonnie, why do you have a brick? Oh, he is turning into proper Tombstone because of the serum. I didn't notice Lonnie's name on it, but can they really be called the 110th if they're not on 110th? Hmm. Oh, what are you trying to detect what magic is on the amulet, or no? You're trying to summon a spirit, eh? Which spirit? Her mum's dead? That is definitely a change. This is obviously Gargan. No, it's Otto. I mean, you already had the arms, so just need to take them off your warehouse roof and then. Who are you here to see? Wait. Is Ben not dead? No. Okay. Uh, Peter's dad's alive. That is somehow a bigger twist. Okay, so this ending really has set up several things for the next season. Whether it be characters that were already established being given new roles, whether it be names of characters that have been teased now, whether it be entire plot points, like Nico's mum in the medallion, or Peter's dad being alive. Can I get a... My name is Harry Osborne, reaching out to you for an exciting something. I hereby invite you to join only allow something. Let's see. Peter, Amadeus, Asha, and Jan. They're all the same. I'll just bring this up for so you can actually see it. Let's see. So Peter, Amadeus, Asha, and Jan. They're the four from Oscorp. Ned Leeds. Lonnie wasn't on this. Okay. Max Dillon. I don't know why I'm trying to look at my screen. I've not got my face on there. I think it'll... the Marvel Spider-Man movies. I've got a list of names to look up. Scott Forbes. We want Marvel. Okay. Leanne Dufour. That seems like it's just a cast name. Says Leanne Dufour, an art designer and director who has worked on various Disney productions. Okay, this is a list that just breaks down all the characters. Peter Parker, we know. Amadeus Cho, we know. Asha, we know. Scott Forbes, either a reference to a random special agent who showed up in one issue of Inhumans, or to Marvel artist W. Scott Forbes, who currently works in visual development for Marvel Studios. So probably the latter. Max Dillon, Electro, Jeanne, we know. Finesse. I looked into her, but I've forgotten what her deal is. Leanne Dufour, an art designer. Ty Miranda, first introduced in the series Unstoppable Wasp, which also introduced Finesse. Not introduced, included. Tyna Miranda is a wheelchair-bound engineering genius. Emmy Choi is possible, may refer to Emmy Choi, who was a prop designer, or Emma Choi, who worked as a translator. I think I've heard the name from like other cast references, so that's why it sounded familiar. Priya, also introduced in Unstoppable Wasp. Priya was another member of GIRL, the tech collective that Nadia, the second Wasp, set up. She's a botanist who later gains plant controlling powers. Benjamin Anders. Anders is a character designer, art director, and illustrator who worked on Adventure Time, Craig of the Creek. Tony Sandoval, World TBC. This seems to be a combination of Tony Ho, the daughter of Iron Man creator Ho Yin Sen, and Gerardo Sandoval, the co-creator of Tony Ho. Okay, Ned Leeds, you know Ned, played in the MCU movies. In the comics, he becomes Hobgoblin. Tiberius Stone, a scientist in the Marvel Comics. Tiberius is most associated with the Oscorp rival Alchemax and is heavily tied to Spider Slayers, robots that try to kill Spider-Man. I may have also been thinking of Victor Stone when I said he sounded familiar, so Adam Rooney. Only thing that's come up for that is a personal trainer in the LA area or YouTube star. So probably the personal trainer worked with the cast in that. Keaton Nixon, a mutant with the power of time acceleration, first introduced in 2003's NYX. Ripley Ryan, best known as the anti-hero Star. Ryan is the current bearer of the Reality Stone and is able to make both subtle and large changes to reality as well. Often clashes with Captain Marvel and doesn't have a scientific background in the comics. And Deanne Jenkins. Jenkins is an Empire State University student who pretends to be Spider-Woman in a video game, drawing the attention of the real Spider-Woman, Jessica Drew. Okay, so there's the usual cast names in and other credits in here, but there's also references to, what was it? 1, 2, 3, potentially 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. 9 other potential characters that could show up in this. So, okay, that's interesting. Now, what was Vanessa's whole deal? I know that she was part of the Avengers Academy, the group that was created. Oh yeah, she's got muscle mimicry. That's it. She was part of the group that all got their powers given to them by Norman, and while the other members were tortured by Norman to expand their powers, she never was. All he had to do was offer her a chance to learn things she never could otherwise, and then so she developed her powers that way. Oh yeah, I remember now. Okay, it's not really what it was. Polymath. Literally a person of great and varied learning. Finesse possesses advanced intellectual capabilities where her mind instinctively, automatically, and with little deliberate cognitive thought performs complex mental operations that are far beyond the capability of a normal human mind. She tested negative for the X gene and any paranormal powers. Intuitive intelligence. Her intelligence is dramatically enhanced and has limitless capacity of learning and memorization. Mind also processes information quickly, giving her an accelerated learning aptitude capable of perfectly memorizing anything, eidetic memory, and has perfect recall. Thus, she can instantly comprehend and assimilate any kind of knowledge or fighting style. So technically, it is similar to Taskmaster. Intuitive aptitude, basically the intuitive ability to learn how things work and understand them. The complexity and exactness of organisms, objects, subjects, fields, powers, etc. I'm familiar with this power from Sylar from the TV show Heroes, because that's what his ability was, and he used it to understand how other people's brains gave them their powers so that he was able to replicate those powers. So I'm very familiar with intuitive aptitude and perfect kinesthesia. She's able to duplicate any physical act after seeing it done once. So, like that girl that was introduced in, I think, season 3, who was able to had muscle mimicry. Like, you see it first show up when she perfectly simulates a Apple Rose. I forget her name. Yeah. However, she has social deficits. Finesse struggles with things like empathy, patience for normal people, etc. We did see a little bit of that with her character in this. She wasn't featured heavily, but the most notable thing she did was when they thought Peter was being kicked out of Oscorp, she's like, yeah, I probably won't remember you. Interesting. So, I was correct in pretty much all of my predictions for this episode in one way or another. Strange showed up, um, the symbiote showed up, Daredevil showed up, Nico's mum showed up, in a sense, with the whole necklace thing. So, yeah, Doc Ock showed up. I did not expect them to make this a time loop thing. I did not expect the bootstrap paradox to be the cause of Spider-Man. There's also still the question of what happened with the spider. Because theoretically, there are two of the spider. From the moment that it gets injected with Peter's blood to when it goes through the portal, there are potentially two spiders, excuse me, living with the ability to give people powers. Now, yes, probably the first one had died before then, because it had been months since Midtown before we pick back up with Peter on the second time we see him. So, probably either got killed by someone for being a spider, bit someone, and then was killed, or just died of natural causes, because spiders don't tend to live that long. Especially one that was kept in captivity and then released into the wild. So, I was not I was not expecting all of the interns, their enhancement, their not enhancements, inventions to be used to create a portal. Like, I probably should have been able to put together something with the specific areas that they were sent to, but there's no way I was putting engineering, energy generation, astronomy, and what was GN's one? Some algorithm. I'm gonna go back and check that. There's no way I was putting that together to mean we're creating a thing to go across space with portals. Quantum tunneling algorithms. Okay. I don't know what group she was actually picked up by, but yeah, there was no way I was putting that together. Okay, that was a wild finale. Like, it threw me for a loop. No, I don't want fucking Madam Web. Um, it's not, bring up anything. What was the actual name of Harry's, thing? Also, Lonnie wasn't on the list, so why did he get one? I'm not saying he doesn't deserve one, but Worldwide Engineering Brigade. Worldwide Engineering Brigade. Yeah, this seems to just be another creation for this show. Hang on, what? The Worldwide Engineering Brigade, or WEB, is a fictional organization from the attraction Web Slingers, a Spider-Man adventure. It is an institute of youth and young adult engineers which was established by Tony Stark in the 2010s. Following Hydra's attack on Hong Kong's Stark Expo, Stark established... What the hell is Web Slingers, a Spider-Man adventure? Is that, Disney California Adventures at Avengers Campus? Opened in June of 2021. Huh. Okay. And they took the name of the attraction at Avengers Campus and used it to be Harry's business. Okay. Interesting. Anyway, there were a couple names, like I said, there were a couple names on that list that I recognize. The one that I am most interested in is Max Dillon, Electro. Because we saw the Jamie Foxx version of Electro, and then we saw him reprise his role in No Way Home. But that is not the Max Dillon from the comics. I don't actually know the origins of comic Electro, but his actual character in everything I've seen him is very different from the way he was portrayed by Jamie Foxx. And I just wonder, well, really, I hope that there is a reference to one of my favorite Marvel panels, and I'll get the book. There we go. I accidentally unpaused a little early, so you got that weird few seconds of me just looking at the camera. But so this story, Avengers Breakout, it's set after House of M, after the Avengers disassembled, after I think after Civil War. Does this come out before Civil War? I think it's after no. Yeah, it's after Civil War in the comics. The Avengers got back together, then they had Avengers disassembled and everything. But Breakout is about the new Avengers coming together because they all arrived, or all just happened to be at the raft when a major villain breakout happened. And all of the villains escaped. And it's a very small one. The one who instigated the escape was Electro. And if we look all the way down the bottom of here, it's like, oh yeah, that's him, Max Dillon, Electro. I know that blurry shoulder anywhere. So when they eventually turn Electro into a villain, I want Peter to be looking at a security footage of trying to figure out who this new person running around with electrical powers is, sees the shoulder of Electro and be like, I know that shoulder. That's Max Dillon. He's a fellow intern at Web. Completely off topic of everything. I just want that to be I want that to be referenced in like official Marvel TV or movie or whatever. But yeah. So anyway, I really enjoyed this episode. I enjoyed this series. Like, I don't think there was an episode I didn't like. Um, Possibly hitting the big time, I'd say is the least, because I wasn't a big fan of the other costumes. Like, yeah, I know there are references to other identities Spider-Man took on because Spider-Man was accused of murder, so Peter took on these other identities, and then eventually he gave those identities to other people, but I didn't know about that before this show started, so I had no attachment no attachment to those characters or those suits or anything, and it just felt like padding having Norman force Peter to go with these designs and then eventually settling on, you know what, just go with the design that you had. But other than that, I enjoyed this entire thing. We had no reference as to why Matt's in his Shadowland outfit. We have no information about how Finesse got her powers, where she's going, how she teamed up with Daredevil, like why Daredevil sent her to look at Oscorp, why there was no like repercussions of her having helped Oscorp do the one thing that Matt thought they were doing. Like, she played a pivotal part in that portal machine. I'm assuming that that is what Matt was investigating, but they could have been after Oscorp for a completely different reason. Like, it's still not 100% confirmed that that's what he was there for. Or maybe Jan just literally got the scholarship because, well, the internship because she was a genius. And while she was there, she's like, hey, something shady's going on here. I keep getting stopped every time I try to investigate. Hey, Daredevil, you mind coming to check this out for me? It could be that. Because I don't know. But, yeah. There are still a couple questions from the first season that didn't get answered. They may be answered in future seasons. Like, remember, this does have 2 more seasons already confirmed. So, we've got quite a while to go. But, anyway, I'm going to end this one here. I enjoyed this. I'm interested to actually see other people's reaction. Now that I have more time, because I'm not doing 6 reactions a week, I actually have time to watch other people's thoughts about this. So, yeah. With that being said, I'll catch you in the next one.